Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sage of Games channel. I am, of course, well, my name's in the channel, so anyway, got a couple of games over the last few days. One of them was a Christmas present, another one was a birthday present, and the rest of them are because Epic Games is doing a massive daily giveaway from starting several days ago and going until I think January 3rd. I don't know. I'll have to look at it again. But anyway, this one is a game many of you I'm sure know. It's called Oxygen Not Included. So anyway, I decided to go ahead and do this video mid-colony because I'm sure a lot of you have seen ones where somebody started from scratch, and I figured I'd save you some of that boredom. So anyway, gist of it is I'm on cycle, which is basically day cycle 26. My colony's called the Great Space Pad. This is actually my third attempt at making a colony. My first two, everyone died to starvation. But yeah, that's luckily, even though that is a current problem with my current colony, it hasn't killed anyone yet. So yeah, but in any case, This is my latest colony attempt, and it of course does have its own set of problems. As you can see, some of my people don't look too well. I'm pretty sure it's because I probably haven't figured out the best route for or the best sequence in which to research everything. But I've learned from the mistakes of my past two colonies, and I'll just start over here with my newest project. This right here is basically a relay room, through which high-powered circuits, their power lines come in, and then low-level lines go out and supply power to systems that need to have power supplied to them specifically. And of course, power will be supplied to those circuits through these dedicated transformers, so as to make sure... I didn't tell you to click off of that. So as to mainly make sure that stuff like this doesn't happen. So yeah, I need to isolate more of these rooms behind transformers and switches and stuff like that. Yeah. But anyway, new utility system I'm currently in the process of constructing. Basically, it has to do with these three rooms here. Basically, what we got here is my main power plant room, which has a coal generator, which is producing a lot of CO2. And then this is a dedicated system that siphons the CO2 out of the air, filters it through this filter here. And any gas that is not carbon dioxide comes out of this vent here and goes back into the room to be recirculated. CO2 ends up in here, where these two algae terrariums turn that CO2 into oxygen, and then this pump sends the oxygen back out into this room over here, and if any CO2 ends up in the cycle, it just gets pumped back into the room to await processing. So yeah. And then I extended the system further to allow any oxygen that is produced in here, if this room hits maximum pressure, then it ends up out here, which has open air circulation to the rest of the colony. But I'm building this system here because there's a lot of natural gas and carbon dioxide building up in this barrack room, so it's going to also send that gas into here to be processed as well. I don't know how or why that thing got trapped in that room, but for some reason it just keeps sitting there and it won't ever leave the room. And it's always looking for ways to get back in. I don't know why. But basically, this here is also a similar system, but with water. Something fell down into this water lake a while back, and it put polluted water in there. So that's why I got a sieve system in here. Is so that way if this water drifts over to here and gets sucked in, that thing will send it over here. But anyway, all the wastewater in the colony flows into this room, which there's about half a ton If you look where it says 475.3 kilograms, well, 1,000 kilograms, I think, is a... Actually, I forget what it is. That constitutes a metric ton, but I think it's 1,000 kilograms. Yeah. So yeah, 1,000 kilograms, metric ton. We're closing in on half a metric ton for every one of these tile spaces. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, this room already has about 4 tons of polluted water flowing into this room, and more continuously, as you can see. But anyway, once my technology gets to, or once my resources get up to a point where I can do it, or at least I can get someone who has the time to do it, basically I'm going to have this system over here, but over here, and what it will do is it will filter out purified water and dump it back into here while continuously cycling the polluted water that's in here. But then there's also going to be something in here that will turn contaminated water back into normal water. Well, I don't know if it'll work exactly like that, but you get the idea. This water is going to become this water, only to become this water again. And then also, you know, my building, because I've been building outwards, is about to hit, well, eventually when it gets over here, I'm probably going to hit this pocket of polluted water, so I'm going to probably lead with a pipe that goes into that. Or I might start by having something go into that that'll suck that water out and pump it right into my filtration bay all the way over here. I'll just pause that real quick. So, yeah. But right now my major problem seems to be germs. Okay, why is it that they're also germy if there's no... Ah! Okay, so yeah, right there. There's some. Okay, yeah, this water is getting germy because of the contamination that's right there. Okay, so seems I know where the contamination's coming from. And then this up here also has to do with my water system. I'm going to build a setup where water in here can get pumped into here so that it's available to use by my research stations and these farms over here. Because apparently one of the big problems that my colony is facing is that it's taking my duplicants forever to get stuff where they're going. So yeah, I got to deal with that problem now. So let's see how to disinfect water. Let's see if we can figure out how to do that. Browse entries by database. Disease. Food poisoning. Multiplies in polluted water and edibles. Survives in polluted water and genetic ooze. Inhibited by polluted oxygen and liquid. Killed by gas. Disinfected by solid, bleachstone, chlorine, and pickled. What's bleachstone? Chlorine, liquid. Bleachstone is an unstable compound that emits unbreathable chlorine. It is useful in hygienic processes. Resource type, consumable ore, melting point, hardness. Chlorine, liquid. Okay, so that still doesn't tell me how I can disinfect water. Maybe it will be in my research system here. Ah, here we go. Oh, decontamination. Uses sand to filter polluted oxygen from the air, reducing disease spread. Uses water to filter carbon dioxide from the air. Mechanized airlock. Blocks liquid and gas flow, maintaining pressure between areas. Functions as a manual airlock when no power is available. Wild critters cannot pass through doors. So no wonder the cat thing is trapped in there. Let's see. Insulated gas. High pressure vent. Gas shutoff. Connects to an that's a shutoff. Canister filler. Atmos sensor. Okay. Well, that ain't it. Let's see here. Ah, here we go. Liquids. Filtration. Distillation. Improved plumbing. Air systems. Liquid-based refinement. Ore scrubber. Kills germs on raw ore. Removes salt from brine or salt water producing water. Improved plumbing. Liquid tuning. Hydrosensor, liquid reservoir, liquid shut off, insulated pipe. Sanitation. Flow redirection. Wait a minute. Produces clean water from polluted water. Empty gas canisters back into the world. Refines slime into algae. But I have to wonder, though. Yeah, it's still classified as normal water, and then that's classified as polluted. Okay, so it seems like there might not be any way specifically to remove germs from water. Which kind of seems like something that would be essential. Yeah, I don't get it. Okay. Moving on. So, because this is now like cycle 26, there's like new problems that are... I forgot to set a research priority. Anyway. So, let me think here. Deodorizer uses sand to filter polluted oxygen. Uses water to remove carbon dioxide and mechanized airlock. Improve ventilation. Well, let's see. Exosuits. A decor. So I wonder, in order to get hazard protection, do you have to get the entirety of these two pathways at once? I hope not. Parallel automation. Automation ribbon bridge. Runs one automation ribbon section over another without joining them. Automation ribbon. Ribbon reader. Ribbon writer. Computing. Multiplexing. Celestial detection. Yeah. I doubt it would be under rocketry. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Okay, so for now, these can hold all. And yeah, I set them to priority 9 already. Okay, I was wondering why those weren't getting used. So, because I'm like at that mid stage of the game already, I think anyway. I think I'm at that mid stage. Okay, seriously, why? Oh, was that fixed? Oh, there we go. Circuit overloaded. Why is that wire being the one that's getting overloaded? Seriously, this wire goes down this way. Why is it being overloaded by the life support filtration system being activated on this completely other circuit? Oh well. Guess we replaced the whole thing with deconstruct power wires. No? Huh. I guess if you place the heavy wires over the light ones, that somehow fixes the problem. Or at least gets rid of the older, lighter wires. Maybe. Something. Okay, so I think this is going to be one where I'm going to want the switch and the transformer and all that stuff. Wait a minute. There we go. And then the switch. And then we're going to go heavy wire. And then wire, no, heavy watt joining plate. Connect that like so. Okay, then for ventilation, let's see, we need a CO2 pipe that will run to either of these vents here. Maybe. Well, of course we're going to need the filter. That looks better. Alright, so air that comes out of here is going to go into here. Air that is not being eliminated from the mix can go back into the room. The air that is getting filtered out okay, so the system's off right now. Yeah, I'm thinking eventually I might have to set up each room with its own internal switch system. So, I'm sure that anyone who's a veteran of this game who's watching this is probably cringing like hell at the layout of my base, and frankly, I don't blame you. I mean, this is, after all, my third attempt at making one of these. So, yeah. Let me see here. What I will eventually do, though, is to eliminate my plan to eliminate the commuting time problem is what I'm going to do here is okay, so what I'm hoping to do here is eventually have it to where every level has its own crew quarters, its own restrooms, its own break room. Okay, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Food poisoning, hungry, and tired. Huh. But anyway, each level will have its own barracks, its own restrooms, its own kitchens, its own break rooms. It's all of the facilities that are used on a manual basis will be on every level. But more than that, there will be some specialized levels, but the crew quarters will be assigned in such a way to where, like for example, this one here, she's like my head researcher. She will eventually be at this level, but in a barrack somewhere, but either with her own cabin or in a shared barrack with the other people who will be which specifically would be the cooks and farmers on this level. So in that way, the only reason she would have to leave this floor is if there was something that required her specific attention on another level. So, yeah. And then that, I think, will at least eliminate, if not reduce outright, the commuting problem. And then there will, of course, be specific systems that are automated in a way where I can just control them myself using these little relay rooms like I got set up here. So, oh wow. Oh, that's a good chunk of polluted water coming down the pipeline there. Yeah, probably about the time that the pollution or the water in this room gets up to about here is when I'll worry about building a filtration system. And then, of course, this here will be like my main reactor room for as long as I'm able to keep reactors in here. Or at least I'll keep my polluting reactors in here, so in that way this system, because this system here is already in place, and it can just siphon air into this space to, you know, get that working, get that air filtered and sent back into here. Sweep, high priority. Get that bottle out of there. Wait, do I have polluted oxygen in there? Okay, so now I got polluted oxygen I gotta worry about too. Refinement. Algae distiller. Produces clean water from polluted water. Turns polluted dirt into dirt. Connects to an automation grid to automatically turn power on or off. Does not affect circuitry preceding the switch. Okay, so now, oh, hydrogen generator converts hydrogen into electrical power. Hydrogen, 100 gallons per second. Gas requirements, gas intake pipe. 800 watts power. It doesn't sound like very much. Hydrogen generators are extremely efficient, emitting next to no waste. Okay, so that sounds like something I could set up almost anywhere. Thing is I'm not sure where I could find any. Well, there's some, but not very much. And if I read that right, it requires an automatic input system, which means gas pipes. Oh, there's a good chunk of hydrogen right here. How can I get to it? Let's see. A ladder straight down? Perhaps? Question is that enough hydrogen to be worth my time? Let's see here. It looks like an average of about 1 point. Oh, it's grams, not kilograms. So about a kilogram per square. Hydrogen. Oh, and yes, I do realize I said 100 or 800 gallons per second, or 100 gallons per second. I mean 100 grams. So, like, okay, so at the rate that the thing consumes hydrogen, that space right there would be consumed in about 12 seconds flat. Which means that right there is all probably enough hydrogen to run a single hydrogen generator for maybe 5 or 6 minutes. I don't know. That's seems like something that might be worth it in a local sense, like if I had a hydrogen power plant that was powering stuff specifically in a certain area. But anyway, aside from like the whole thing about how my citizens are having to take really long times to commute places, the other main thing to contend with is the fact that I've got everything on a single unified power grid that is not going to be very sustainable, in that eventually even these high capacity wires, which they can only, let me see something here. We'll see, like, right here where it says wire, current load 0 of 1,000 watts. Okay, so these, the given wire can only have 1,000 watts flowing through it. And these can have 20,000. But the thing that is actually kind of odd about this is to see, like, I've had electrical training, and this wire here would not have 1,000 watts flowing through it because this one does. So I don't know why it is that it like lights up the entire power grid when it says it's being strained by something. Because when I turn this switch on, the strain should all go from here down to here, along here, into this transformer, where it then goes to all this. But basically, the purpose of the transformer is it it'll take all the input power you can give it, but it will only let 1,000 watts go out. So basically, you cannot strain wires that are downstream of a transformer, because once you hit 1,000 watts on that transformer, then what'll happen is certain systems will seem to like get prioritized over others. So I'm thinking maybe the game knows this? I don't know. Let's see, I'm going to need a wire bridge. There. Whoop, I did not want to click off of that. Then go here, over here, and down like that. And we'll just shut that system off for now. We'll turn that one on. There we go. Now, of course, the other gases outside of oxygen are actually heavier than oxygen, so what'll happen is they all eventually end up here. So this is like a mixture of carbon dioxide, natural gas, and other stuff. Oh yeah. So now the air is being pumped out of this room, and it's being transferred into this room and the next, and it's being, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's being sucked out of this room, and the oxygen, and unfortunately the polluted oxygen, is being sent back into the power plant room, and this room over here, which is open to the rest of the base. And then eventually the air pressure in here will drop to a point to where... Okay, yeah, see, the carbon dioxide is starting to take over the room again. Yeah. And then eventually what I also want to do is have a tidier for, or a dedicated tidier for each room. Their priorities, which you can set up here, will be set to where they will ignore all other tasks except for tidying up. And that will be their sole purpose for existing. There we go. Alright, so what's the air concentration in there versus here? Yeah, see, like, for instance, we got 1,200 grams of space of air, of oxygen in that tile there, but in here, next to none. And then, there we go. That will probably explain it a lot better than I can. So yeah, I need to do something about the air pressure up here. Probably put in a couple of diffusers. So yeah, we can now safely turn this switch off and turn this one on. Why? Pipe blocked. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so clearly... Okay, so... what I'm going to have to do... because let's see. This green outlet here is the everything line, so... I'll have to make another vent. A separate vent. There we go. Okay. That should fix this particular section of the system. Come on now. Oh, yeah. There we go. That ought to tell them to clear that damn vent. Someone better clear that there vent. Oh, colony lacks plumbing skill. Well then, I wonder if we can give that to somebody. Ah! Problem solved. Someone can now do that. Oh, we got a choice of a, let's see here. Polka shell? Or poke shell? Something. In time it will mature into a fully grown poke shell. Okay. Let's see. This one would be a dedicated tidier who's also good at cooking. This one... easy to keep happy with the food, but he tends to go to the bathroom a lot. So, sounds like a repeat Taco Bell frequenter. Decorating, suit wearing, supplying. This duplicant will gain 1 morale when learning suit wearing skills. Increased strength, increased excavation, but he's a bit of a yokel. Or at least that's what the game says. Cannot do research. Let's go with this one, the Princess Leia wannabe. This one likes doing supplying and decorating. Okay. Okay, I know there's someone now who has... Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Now that that pipe has been cleared out... Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. So what I may have to do is try not to run both of the ventilation systems that are coming into that vent at the same time. So yeah, see, like I was indicating here, this thing sucks air out of the room, right? It goes up this pipe where it goes into the filter, and in the filter, CO2 is sent down this pipe, and everything else is sent up this one and out this vent here. And then the CO2 goes back into this room where it fills up the air in here. What is that one? Oh, polluted oxygen. Okay. So yeah, everything in here is working just great. At least on this level. Which I think this level, I might go ahead and leave it as it is. With probably a few changes to be put in to here. But like, for instance, like I was indicating before, this level here, which is going to be the... It's mostly going to be the food level, research level. Let's see, I need to choose another research focus, don't I? Used to build the walls and floors of rooms. Increases decor, contributing to morale. Yeah, I just now realized if I do use that as a wall, that means the rooms are going to have carpeted walls, and that just looks tacky as hell. Plastic ladder increases duplicant climbing speed. So, ladder upgrades. Comfy bed provides a sleeping area for one duplicant and restores additional stamina. What else we got over here? Arrow pot. Increases decor. Window tile used to build the walls and floors of rooms. Allows light and decor to pass through. What is this? Pixel pack. Pixels can be designated a color when it receives a green signal and a different one for a red signal. Input from an automation wire controls the whole strip. Input from an automation ribbon can control individual pixels on the strip. Okay. So I could set that up as like for instance with my life support system, where I have all the carbon dioxide filtered into that one room. I could have it like, for instance, that first pixel turn red when that room is full of oxygen. Turn the pump on so that it can send that oxygen out into the base. And then these ones can indicate different levels of oxygen pressure. What is transit tubes anyway? Quickly transports duplicants from a transit tube access to the tube's end. Transit tube crossing allows transit tubes to be run through the walls and floors. Vertical wind tunnel must be placed above an open space and be connected to a power source. Increases duplicant morale. Allows duplicants to enter the connected transit tube system. Stops drawing power once fully charged. Interesting. Oh, well, let's see. I still need to see if there is something that would remove bacteria from water. Processes rare materials into advanced industrial goods. Creates soda from water and carbon dioxide. Oxalite refinery. Synthesizes oxalite and using oxygen and a small amount of gold. Wait, you can mine gold in this game? I haven't seen any where I'm at. Liquid tuning. Liquid tepidizer. Warms large bodies of liquid. Thermo aqua tuner. Cools low liquid pipe through it but outputs heat in its immediate vicinity. That sounds like my little soda cooler here. Radiant liquid pipe. Carries liquid allowing extreme temperature exchange with the surrounding environment. Oh yeah, I've already researched that one. Air systems. Converts rust into oxygen and chlorine. Electrolyzer. Becomes idle when air reaches blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait a minute. Pathogen. Maybe this is the path I need to research here. Gas pipe germ sensor. Liquid pipe germ sensor. Germ sensor. Micro-targeted medicine. Disease clinic. Allows duplicants to administer powerful treatments. Hot tub. Requires pipes to and from the tub and power to run the jets. Water must be a comfortable temperature and will cool rapidly. Increases duplicant morale. Stores liquid and solid materials debris from the sweepy. Requires power to recharge the sweepy. Duplicants that can perform supply errands will empty the debris into available storage bins. Oh, so it's like a Roomba. Thing picks up stuff that's on the floor, takes it back to a dock, and then... Okay. That makes sense. Refined renovations. Fire pole allows rapid duplicant descent. Significantly slows upward climbing. Temp shift plate accelerates or buffers heat dispersal based on the construction material used. Smelting. Superheated forging. Bunker tile used to build the walls and floor. Oh, okay. Cool. I haven't actually explored many of these. Sound amplifiers. Smart battery. Stores power from generators and sends a green signal or red signal based on the configuration of the logic activation parameters. Jukebot. Power control station. Produces microchip to increase the power output of generators. Assigned duplicants must possess the tune-up trait. This building is a necessary component of the power plant room. Okay. Natural gas converts into natural gas into electrical power. Oil refinery. Petroleum generator. Plastic manufacturing. Valve miniaturization. Allows the assigned rancher to care for critter drop-off. Airborne critter bait. Food repurposing. Drinking juice provides refreshment for duplicants on their breaks. Must be irrigated through liquid piping. Uses polluted water to produce fertilizer. Refrigerators stores food at an ideal temperature. So basically a replacement for this. Farm station produces micronutrient fertilizer. Oh, for the greenhouse room. Okay. Critter feeder. Awesome. Well, food is a major concern for my facility right now, so I'll go with agriculture. Increase the output efficiency of my farms. And of course, yes, long commutes. Yeah, see, time details. They're working 30% of the time, but they spend 45% of their time during the day traveling. So, okay, so that's just a decorative plant. Okay, so like this will be like where I start the crew quarters area for this level. Oh wow, this room is filling up quickly. Okay, what's the gas makeup of this room looking like now that we've let this system do its deeds for a while? Jesus. Okay. You know, I wish there was like a, I don't know if there's a thing you can research for it or if there's a mod for it, but what we need is something that is like a vent that is in here that actually sucks the air out of the room without having to use one of these, but it would feed it into this. Or maybe... No. No, wait, no, it wouldn't. The gas pump doesn't have an intake slot. Gas valve controls the gas volume permitted through the pipes. Okay. Then let's go ahead and do this then. I'm gonna need like a dedicated transformer room, I think. Let's see here. Really? Oh, never mind. It is going to deconstruct it. I got to be careful here because there's this room here too. So yeah, I got to be careful there. No, we'll save the deconstruct for when after this is done. So yeah, if anything, it looks like it's going to be disease and contamination that ends up killing my colony here. Because apparently there's no technology I can use that will let me get rid of the bacteria in this water. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying about a transformer room, I'm probably going to put a couple of transformers in this room, and one will control the ventilation system for this room, and another transformer will control ventilation in here. Yeah, I think that's how that's going to work. Now let's check over here on this thing I'm building. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Oh no. Get out of there. Get out of there. I'm apparently going to have to set up an animal reserve somewhere in this facility. Really? Dumbass got himself trapped. Are they just going to ignore the order? Okay. You want to do it that way. Okay. Actually, is there something that I can use that'll work like a valve shutoff? Okay, so here's what we can do. I can set up, what I can do is set up a system here where a valve will act as my on-off switch. Because see, then what I can do, because that's supposed to control the flow of liquid, what I can do is use it as a shutoff by way of setting the allowed flow rate to 0 when I want it offline. Okay, now let's see if we can do this right this time. And in this, I can deconstruct and run a ladder here. Now this here is going to be tricky, trying to deal with this vacuum here. Because I don't know if it's like something where all air that gets sucked into that is destroyed, or if it's just going to decompress my base until the pressure equalizes. Alright, let's see. What is this room looking like right now? Okay. Starting to look like we got the beginnings of a transformer room here. Okay, wire bridge. Oh, wait. There we go. That's what I need to put there. we go. And then our switch. And then oh yeah. And then the filtration system. Vent. Okay, and then this will be a carbon dioxide filtering vent or filter pipe. Okay, so I needed it to go further, actually. Well, I suppose what I could do is just have it, like, go to the air filtering room in stages. Have it actually go ahead and dump in carbon dioxide into the power plant room near to where the pump that sucks CO2 into that room is going to be. Yes. Yeah, I can see this would be like the hospital's decompression vent, and CO2 can dump down into here, where it'll eventually drift over and get sucked into this, which will funnel it the rest of the way into there. Oh yeah. I too can be big brain genius. Me am occasionally big brain genius. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so yeah, the time has come to purge this room again. Now let's see what this is doing to the oxygen in these two rooms in real time. Okay, yeah, I'm going to need to do something about the oxygen here. Yeah, see how this room is now starting to slowly fill up with barely breathable and unbreathable levels of various gases? Okay. I think I might have to start replacing every single wire in this base with heavy duty. Don't tell me someone has to manually go over and adjust that. Oh my god, they do. Okay, so now we come over here. We can deconstruct that ladder. Oh, no, wait. Wait. Let's move debris into storage. Make it a high priority. And then once that's done, we can then go and... yeah. Oh, wait. Airflow tiles. Blocks liquid flow without obstructing gas. Okay, so here's what we can do. We do this. And the unbreathable gases that are in here will filter down into the power plant where they can get sucked into this. See, I am big brain genius. Okay. So yeah, I was right about that one. That one actually worked out exactly like I thought it would. So I'm gonna see what this achievement was that I unlocked here. And of course it's not gonna freaking tell me. Okay, so now that this worked out just like I thought it would, and this is starting to work out really well, like I thought it would, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap this video up for tonight. And probably the next time I do a video on this particular colony, it will have either died to the plague or I will have somehow managed to succeed epically where my base has been failing so far. So again, I am of course the Sage of Games. If you like my content, please subscribe, hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time on the next whatever game I happen to be playing. See you guys later.